going to be reading. Hello, good morning, welcome back to another video. I'm Asha, this is Asha Naila Reads. I'm so glad that you're here for today's video where a color wheel chooses my TBR for the month of June. I'm very excited about this one. I already spun the color wheel and it selected blue as the color for all of my books that I'm going to be reading over the next month. I'm here at the public library. We are going to peruse. I'm going to also shop my shelves and choose some books there. So let's go inside. Alright, I'm back from the library. I found two books that I think are going to work for this challenge. I will explain in a second what I mean by think. But now it's time to shop my bookshelves for some blue books to add to this TBR list. I would like to find hopefully at least 3 more that sound interesting to make a total of 5 books that I hope to read this month, which is about on par what I usually read in a month. So let's get to shopping. All right, found my 3 more. So now we've got a total of 5 blue books that we're going to be reading in the month of June. Let's go through them. So the first one is Blackmail and Bibinka, I think I'm saying that correctly, by Mia P. Manansala. I have read a book by her like every month for the last 2 months, but I love this cozy mystery series. It is just so good, and this one I think is set in Christmas time, and you know, I've been in a mood where I just want to read like light, fluffy, happily ever afters, just like really wholesome books, and I think this is going to fit the bill for that. So I think this is the 3rd one in the Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mystery series, and I'm super excited for this one. Next one is When No One Is Watching. This is by Alyssa Cole. It is a thriller, so it sounds really, really interesting. This I think is about, it is about like gentrification, which I think is a really interesting like take on a thriller and will be a really interesting topic. I've never seen this movie, but I imagine it'll be like Get Out, and kind of how that was like, the thriller was actually like race relations. So really excited about this one. I think it's gonna be really cool. The next one is The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dalila Harris. This one is described as riveting, fearless, and vividly original. So I'm excited to read this. It's a little different than what I normally read. I'm pretty sure it's a lit fic book. But it is about like this woman who is the only black girl in the office, and then another black girl joins the team, and like kind of how the relationships in the office and the like vibe in the office change, and how they become friends and then become enemies, and like all of this stuff. So this one sounds really good, definitely different, but I think it'll be good for me to read something different in June. Next up, The Stationery Shop. This one is so pretty. It's by Marjan Kamali. This one, let me see if I can remember what it's about. Oh yeah, the political upheaval in Tehran in the 1950s. And then they have a budding romance, and then the romance like can't work out. And then I think later in life, they get back together and meet back together, which sounds really good. And I think it's centered around a stationery shop, or at least I hope with the title, which is pretty close to being a bookstore. And y'all know I love books about bookish things. So hoping this one kind of falls into the line of that. And it sounds a little bit like a romance element is part of it too. So right up my alley. And then last but not least, now this is the one that I was like, I think will work, because look, spine, blue, front, colorful. But I'm gonna count it because the spine is blue as a blue book. That might be pushing the limitations of the rules, but in the spirit of the law, maybe not by the letter of the law, we're gonna count this one as a blue book. This is True Biz by Sarah Novick. I could not resist picking this one up when I saw it. It has been on my TBR for so long, and it is about the deaf community, like students at a school for the deaf, and just all of their relationships and shenanigans and what they get up to. And I am so excited to dive into this one. I think it's gonna be so good. All right, so those are the 5 books that I'm going to be reading for the month of June. Say hello to my kitten cat. He wants to say hello to everybody. Yes, he does. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you tune in for the next one, and I will see you then.